Rata inmunda, animal rastrero, escoria de la vida.
Some voices are not just heard, they are felt. They cut through the noise, shake up the world, and refuse to be ignored. Paquita la del Barrio, she was one of those voices. The woman who gave the world Rata de dos patas, an anthem of raw emotion and defiance, is gone, but her impact, that will never fade. Paquita la del Barrio, born Francisca Viveros Barradas, was not just a singer. She was a force of nature, a fearless voice for women who had been wronged, a living, breathing protest against betrayal and machismo. Her music was not just entertainment, it was a revolution. Songs like Rata de dos patas were not just catchy, they were war cries. She turned heartbreak into power, suffering into strength, and silence into sound. Every lyric, every note was a declaration. Women will not be silenced. Her health had been fragile for years, but quitting? Not an option. Even when sciatica pain forced her to cancel her highly anticipated January concert, she was still planning a comeback in March. At 77, she was still fighting, still singing, still standing tall. On February 17, 25, in her home in Veracruz, the world lost one of its fiercest voices. But Paquita, she is not gone. Her words, her music, her message, they live on, louder than ever. Now, let us talk about the song that made Paquita a legend, Rata de dos patas, or Two-Legged Rat. This was not just a song, it was a reckoning. Most people think Paquita wrote it, but the truth, it was composed by Manuel Eduardo Toscano, and yet no one could have owned it the way she did. With venom in her voice and fire in her delivery, she made every word cut like a knife. And those lyrics, pure fury. Filthy rat, crawling animal, this was no love song. It was a call-out, a takedown, a catharsis for every woman who had ever been deceived. No wonder it became an anthem across generations. Paquita's story was never easy. Born in Veracruz in 1947, she learned about betrayal early. At just 15, she fell for a man twice her age, only to discover he was already married. That heartbreak, it became the foundation of her music. In the 1970s, she moved to Mexico City, struggling to survive. She even opened a small restaurant where she cooked and sang for customers. But fate had other plans. In 1984, she recorded her first album, and from that moment, the world had no choice but to listen. She performed in bars, then on TV, then on massive stages. Over 20 million records sold, countless films and TV appearances, and always that same fire, that same refusal to be silenced. Who could forget her legendary line, "Are you listening to me, you useless bastard?" Spontaneous, fiery, unapologetically Paquita. Paquita la del Barrio's music was a slap in the face to machismo. She sang about infidelity, inequality, and female strength when women in regional Mexican music were expected to just sing love songs. But Paquita, she made war songs. Even when health issues forced her to sit during performances, she still sang with the same fury, the same passion, the same refusal to be silenced. Her impact did not stop with her generation. When Shakira released her scathing BZRP Music Sessions 53, calling out Gerard Paquita, Paquita had her back. She sent Shakira a message of support, proving that even in her later years, she was still standing with women who refused to be broken. Her passing has left a hole in the music world. Fans, fellow artists, and entire generations are mourning. But legends like Paquita, they do not fade. They echo. Paquita la del Barrio was not just a singer, she was a movement, a revolution, a voice that refused to be silenced. And as long as there are women who have been wronged, betrayed, underestimated, Paquita's music will never die. If Paquita's music ever spoke to you, if her fire ever lit something inside you, hit that like button, drop your favorite Paquita song in the comments, and if you want more stories about the icons who shaped music, subscribe. Because here at Spotlight Celebrity, we keep the spotlight shining on the legends who truly matter.